Hi Scorpio, this is Anastasia for Amira Salon channel, and this is your 2019 general reading. I'm going to use 3 cards from Golden Tarot deck for you today. The first card would be about love, communication with significant others. The second card would be about career, workplace situation, profession. And the third card would be about your overall well-being, finances, and health. And to complement this reading, I'm going to pull out one card from Spirit Animals Awareness cards, Oracle cards. So let's begin with 3 cards. And for you, it's Scorpio 2019, and we're thinking about love, relationships, romance, and communication with significant others in any situation. It could be also family and children. I'm not looking only into, lovers kind of dynamics here, just love of your life. And we have 2 of Swords. I noticed that for 2019, many people will have a lot of kind of compromising and conflict in situations with their loved ones. Oh, beautiful. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is in the place of your career, growth, profession, workplace, jobs. And finally, we have 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, it doesn't look very well, so I'm going just to, I want one more. But don't freak out, because sometimes it can show just acupuncture. Oh, Queen of Coins. I just want 2 cards to kind of balance a scary image of 10 of Swords for you in the place of health and overall well-being. So let's begin with 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, it's the card that is a card of compromise. It's a card of making tough decisions. It's a card when you really have to make your choice. You're at crossroads. Many of you, I cannot say that all of you, but some of you who are watching, you will be at crossroads. You have to decide whether you have to be with this person further on, or you have to quit, or whether you have to change a nature of your relationship. For example, if you were lovers for some time before 2019, this time you will be questioning, so do I want to kind of move on to the next level? Do I want to hear about a marriage proposal? Do I want to kind of tie a knot with this person? Or quite oppositely, you may think, oh, maybe this is enough. Maybe I don't feel that there is a lot of happiness in this relationship. So it's kind of two opposing poles of energy will be there playing in your love life. So on the one hand, you can be very much attracted to your partner, but on the other, you will be very much opposing a couple of maybe his behavior, her behavior. They will be challenging your values in some way. There could be the energy of jealousy, falseness. You will be bringing up issues of mistrust. And at some point, it would be like a love and hate relationship. At one point, you will be saying, this is a relationship I can die for. And in some time, you will be thinking, why I'm with this person? I'm so unhappy because of his or her behavior. And it would be on and off. So I think the card, this card is kind of trying to help you to identify this problem. For some of you, it could be this relationship, kind of an addiction, where you feel so much dependent on your emotions that you cannot move on further because it's so distracting. Again, I'm saying at some point you will be on the 7th heaven. You will be so happy. But boom, in the next few weeks, there will be something like a surprise, or their behavior will surprise you, and you will be thinking, no, it's not in my line. it's not the right person for me. And it will be kind of on a curve all the time. So I think that for many of you, there will be time to ask these questions. So how much of happiness I get from this relationship? Or if you really want to stay with this person, let's say you're already a family, it's between marriage partners, this kind of dynamic of opposing flows of energies all the time, bringing this turmoil, you can say, what can we do to dissipate the toxic energy of this polarity? So you have to communicate these issues to your partner and find a solution. Find a solution. I also feel someone who is watching, you're having as a parent, you have children or a child that you're particularly like, they are the light of your life. That's how I feel about that. And either they're bringing you a lot of turmoil in your family life, or even though you don't live together, it may go about an adult child, and they are either addicted to something or they're not. Yeah, that's the message that I heard for you. They are not following your values, and they are not following the rules that you raised them kind of in, and it bothers you. So I really feel that these arguments and conflicts of interest and power games, they should be stopped, and they should be taken to the level of a win-win situation, because both parties, they are connected with a very strong connection and a bond that you just cannot break it. And usually this energy that I'm feeling right now, it's between parents and children. It's stronger than just lovers, you know. So pay attention to this situation. It could also happen not only between a parent and a child, but the family members or relatives or significant others, people who are very close to you, and maybe you're observing them making wrong choices and you're opposing, confronting them, and therefore you feel emotional about that. So you have to decide whether you have to continue investing your emotions into this relationship. Now, the next card is about, I would say it's a compensation for your turmoils in love relationships and partnership and communication with significant others, because a Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card for career choices, for your workplace, for your self-employment, if you will. Whatever you want to change, the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. There is only one warning here as well. Usually, in all tarot decks, the Wheel of Fortune is considered to be a very prosperous and it's very good, positive omen. But in only one situation, it could be not quite positive when if you're asked, so how about your career, how about your profession, how about your work, and you're saying, oh, it's excellent, and then you get this card, it looks that you have to be on the alert to keep this going, because the Wheel of Fortune can move, and it's kind of these stripes, like black and white stripes. So if you're on the white stripe period, you have to keep it moving, and you don't want to move the Wheel of Fortune to move to the black stripe. So my point is that some of you who are watching, and if you're already in the position of power at your workplace, if you're happy with your remuneration financially and you are growing professionally, just keep going. Try to protect your possessions, your assets. But if you're in the search of a better workplace, if you're in the search of a job, if you're jobless at this point, oh, don't worry. I would say February, March for you, Scorpio, you will find a really, really wonderful work or a company that will be recognizing you as recognizing your experiences and your skills. It will bring a lot of light in your life. Very beautiful. Also, this card is very good for people who want to relocate and to start their own business. Um, Also, it could be that you get an offer for a job that will require a lot of traveling. You will be moving around a lot. Also, it could be that you can get an offer or job proposal while on a trip. And don't be afraid of moving. Don't be afraid of starting or trying something completely new. There could be a case for some of you who is watching, maybe they already get an offer and you are thinking, you know what, I didn't do it a lot in the past, and I'm not sure if I should tell them, should I try my hand at that? I'm not sure if I excel in that, but the cards are saying just go. I mean, just go, take it, take the order, go ahead, because this will be a wonderful opportunity for you to bring so much stability into your professional life. Beautiful card. Now let's look at these cards related to your overall well-being. Ten of Swords was the first card that I was kind of scared about, because usually it shows that you will be not quite happy about your health condition. Some of you will really have to undergo surgeries. You know why I'm talking about surgeries in the first place? It's because of a lot of swords. And we can see that this body line there, this person is pierced with swords. But I think I already talked about that in some of my videos, that once I kept on receiving this card when I was asking about my health, and I was so scared. But it turned out that when I was asking doctors' advice, they advised me to apply acupuncture. So literally, and I forgot about this card, and I was so happy it's not a surgery, because all of us were kind of in doubts about surgeries. But when I actually was lying on the table, exactly like this person was lying on this card, and there were many, many needles stuck in my body, I remember this card, and I said to myself, oh, look at that, that's what the card actually reflects. I was lying, pierced with needles, but was it bad? No, it was very good for me, because this card also has a very beautiful potential and sign of relief or after a very difficult time of recovery from an illness. It's a card also not only about the sickness, but about recovery. Um, yeah, I'm just looking at that. And you know, if we're talking about health issues, you really have to, if there are some symptoms that bother you about your body, please don't sit and wait till the condition aggravates. Just go to the doctor, be open-minded. And you know, I think we see here this dog is kind of barking at this person. It could be that in this case, this dog is kind of trying to wake you up, saying, look, you cannot procrastinate with that problem. You really have to deal with this. You have to go and ask for professional help. On the other hand, this card also can show that it could be not, yeah, the situation is a result of a lot of loss of a lot of energy due to some kind of arguments and conflicts, either at workplace or in your family circle. Maybe this card relates to this situation with your love life. So for example, if you were this card can also show you know, a prospect of separation or divorce for some of you. Again, remember we were talking about being at crossroads and deciding whether you want to live with this person for longer. So in that case, this situation can deplete a lot of your energy, physical energy, and you will feel sick. So you really need to get back on track, take care of your body. Don't leave your drama, you know. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I usually receive these messages, and sometimes while I'm talking, the messages are still coming, and it's kind of hard to articulate it. So what the spirits guide are telling me, don't leave your drama. You have to give it up, but don't give up on love. So change the energy of, change this situation from losing your energy to accumulating your energy, because you don't want to be in this state. Your condition can be aggravating by February. So please take action and get rid of toxic energies. Look at the light. Even in the darkest place of our soul, at darkest times when we're experiencing conflicts or difficult situations, or we are grieving about a loss of someone, maybe you lost a loved one, you have to focus on light. There is light. So you have to focus on light more than on the dark side of the situation, and take action. Queen of Cups, it's a beautiful card that I pull out as a complementary card into looking into the situation. So on the one hand, it could be the person who can be the reason for this kind of emotional breakdown, and you have to, communicate your concerns. You have to communicate your truth to this person, and maybe she's too much influencing. She looks very judgmental at this card. If we're taking this image as a person who is the reason, who is the cause of this, it could be a very influential mother who is not approving of whatever your choices are, or it could be a very tough kid who is still draining a lot of your energy. It could be your love partner who is not on the same page with you for long. So there could be this feminine energy of power. So if you're feeling that you are under control of this person, you have to get rid of her control. On a positive side, if we're talking about asking for professional help, it could be that doctor with a lot of caring and nurtural energy, and she or he, it could be also gender-wise, it doesn't matter. It could be the doctor who will have this pragmatical and practical solution, because Queen of Coins, it's a card of practical solutions. Queen of Coins knows exactly what has to be done to solve any issue. So please ask for help. It could be a doctor, it could be your friend, it could be your significant other, it could be, sometimes people who torture us. They could be our helpers, when maybe they even don't know how bad their influence is in your life, and maybe they do it with good intention, but you really need to speak about that, saying, look, I really can't go like that anymore. So the point here is, there is this person who can be both the cause for your condition. And I'm also picking up, if you are not happy with your doctor, with your current doctor, you have to ask for a second opinion. Interestingly, what I'm hearing right now, it's like this is an image of a cause and effect. It could be also an image of the person who is the reason and who can be the helper. Very interesting. So you know better. This is general reading, right? And that's what I'm picking up. Let's look at the complementary card that can help us to identify maybe more energies, powerful energies from spirit animals for survival, because animals can thrive in any environment, because that's what they have to do. They have to survive. They need strategies to overcome any difficulties and threats to their well-being. So let's see, Scorpio 2019 animal. Oh, tiger. I think these two images have some sort of very similar energy. So let's look. On a positive side, self-trust, inner guidance, leaps of faith, willpower, personal strength, clairvoyance, healing, passion. I think this card is really resonating with the situation here in this position, and in when we were talking about Two of Swords. Now let's look at the shadow side. Isolation, feeling misunderstood, anger and aggression. I think you really have to look forward into this moment of making the right decision. And it's all about a very powerful presence in your life. It could be your love life, it could be your family life, it could be related to finances, because when we were talking about these cards, it's also about financial situation. So if you feel stuck with your lack of resources, and you can think, oh, I, I'm at the bottom of this well, like how far I can fall with this problem. I think it could be also a very powerful presence of a person who can be of help, and they can help you with resources. And after some time of depletion of your finances, there is a need of this powerful presence of energy of a practical solution. So it could be that you can either request a loan from someone, or you have to sit down and bring your books into order, because maybe you were overspending, or maybe it was also related to your health situation, so there will be a lot of expenses. So now, after this period of depletion, you have to be back on track, and you have to heal this situation. Yeah, so willpower, self-trust, trust that you're powerful. You should not be dependent. You should not be trapped in whatever situation brings this depletion of energy to you. And move on with inner guidance, with passion, with personal strength. Your power is yours. And also, interestingly, this tiger image could be related to the situation in your love life. What it could be that person who you're very much attracted to, but their behavior could be very aggressive at some point, and there is a lot of energy of jealousy, of possession, of assertion, and you're dealing with this type of person. I don't think that Scorpios who are watching, you can resonate with your you can you can connect with this image as yourself, because you're a water sign and tiger is more about fire. So maybe some of you are in a tough relationship with Leo, or with Aries or Sagittarius. Okay. So I think that there is a lot of things to think about, and remember, you have a wheel of fortune. So whatever situation is not stable at this point, or not happy for you, I'm most sure that by April, May, March, April, May, you will certainly be recovering from that. So there's a lot of also strong energy coming to you. And you are very intuitive, so use your intuition, use your wisdom, use your not only your emotional side, but practical side. Calculate a little bit more than just following your emotional side. That's how I feel about this reading. So Scorpios, remember, this is very general reading. So if you want more specific messages from your spiritual team to yourself, you can book a reading with me. Other than that, I wish you well. I wish you a lot of power, a lot of trust, a lot of faith, and you will become a winner no matter what. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.